Hello and welcome back to my channel, my fellow creatures. So introducing Ruben. This is our little Doberman puppy. He is 4 months old today at the time of filming this. I thought I would go through like a 4-month update. I got the idea from Doberman Planet and I think it'd be fun to look back on and helpful for other puppy owners, especially Doberman puppy owners. I mean, every puppy is different, so try not to like compare. I think it helps also like if your puppy isn't toilet trained at 4 months, like don't stress, as long as there's progress being made. So yeah, with that being said, I will go through some categories, how he's doing. So let's get into it. The first one I wanted to cover is sleeping through the night, and something he's doing really well at actually. At the moment, I mean, we're slowly working on crate training. I'll get to that later. But as far as just like settling and sleeping through the night, he is doing great. Like he gets sleepy at like 9 p.m. and he'll just like pass out on the couch, and then we'll actually have to like carry him off the couch to like do a wee before bedtime. Yeah, and then he'll just sleep through the entire night. He might get up to go to the bathroom. Generally, he just like sleeps through the night. He doesn't, you know, whine, he doesn't bark or anything. He doesn't even like play with his toys, you know, he just, yeah, he's just out. So I'm very thankful because I've heard from other puppies in his same litter, like that's definitely not the case for other puppies. So yeah, definitely feeling very fortunate that he's sleeping through the night because I love my sleep. The second one is crating, and I mean, I found out that we were going about it wrong. So I guess I just thought like, well, I just read like you're meant to like close the door for very short periods of time at first and then like build that up. That kind of worked, very short periods while we were around the crate as well. But then leaving him in any longer than that, we saw he got very anxious, and he started like doing anxious peeing. Like, so basically he would pee like every 10-20 minutes if he was in there. If he wasn't in the crate, like he can hold his bladder for like 1 or 2 or more hours. We definitely realized that was like anxious peeing, and we had to really dial it back. So I actually got some advice from a trainer, and I realized that we should have been like, you know, really slowly introducing him to the crate and making the crate a positive place, which I guess I did a little bit of, but not enough of. So yeah, so just for a solid week, the crate door was open and I fed him in there by hand, and we played a little bit in there. I mean, it's a small space, but gave him toys. That's not yours. This throw is not usually out here. It's just for looking pretty for the video. Having a puppy, you gotta puppy proof your place. Anything you don't want destroyed, you gotta put it away. Yeah, so crating has been a slow process, but like, you know, we're not really in a hurry. We don't really need to get him crate trained by a certain amount of time, but yeah, we're slowly working on it and we're seeing good progress. I have been, after like a full week of not even closing the door, but just like building up that positive environment, and he will go sleep there on his own accord, which is a great sign. So after a solid week of that, you know, we slowly closed the door for like small periods of time. Having said that, that's if, you know, he's exercised, he's fed, you know, he's toileted, all his like needs are taken care of, you know what I mean? And he's like good for a nap. So yeah. And yeah, we didn't see the anxious peeing that he was doing previously. So definitely thankful that I got some information and kind of really took a step back and worked on his feeling about the crate, I guess, his like positive association with the crate. In terms of training, like basic obedience training, he's doing really well. He knows sit, down, stand. He kind of gets paw, like, but like I lift his paw up, he won't like lift it up for me, I guess. But maybe that's confusing because when sometimes I'll wipe his paws, so I'll like do each one. So I don't know if he, you know, if I say paw, like he's like he might be like, which one? But I don't know what's going on in there, honestly. We've done some training with like the door, because he used to just like race out the door. Yeah, and like pulling his lead. So we've done some training on like, you know, like slowly going out the door. Actually, he still races out the door, but like not immediately racing out the door when the door is open. So yeah, that's been good. We have bathed him a few times already, and I mean, he was like pretty nervous as a puppy. Like he hadn't been bathed, you know, for the first 8 weeks of his life, and then having a bath was a bit scary, but he's really good now. He's pretty calm. He just like lets me wash him, and yeah, so yeah, bathing is like not an issue, so that's been good. Potty training, so toilet training. So I mean, we've seen some improvement, but yeah, it's a work in progress. Our toilet situation is we've set up like synthetic grass in a second bathroom shower that we don't use, so that like drains down to the shower. I'm sure that's a great noise. So he uses that, and first we started off with real grass, and then it got just like a bit muddy and just, yeah, and it was just like not good. And then we switched over to synthetic grass, and I was a bit worried because I didn't know if he'd like take to it, like recognize it as a toilet, but he actually did, so that was good. Just because we don't want to have to like take him out all the time, so we have that setup of the grass, and then he can access it all the time when he needs to. Yeah, so I mean, he's definitely taking himself sometimes. I mean, he does have accidents, mostly at night. I feel like he would go like 6 a.m. or something, and sometimes I'm like not up then. I mean, yeah, hopefully we'll work towards going in the designated spot during the day and the night. So that's definitely a work in progress. I mean, we're also learning about his cues, like small behaviors, tiny behaviors that he'll display before he actually needs to go, so learning to recognize them as well. Yeah, cutie. In terms of socialization, that's been going well. Like we've definitely seen progress. So I mean, just socialization in terms of like desensitization to city noises, city smells, different people. When he was like a lot younger, I want to say like 10 weeks, maybe somewhere between 10 to 12 weeks, we took him to the markets, and like a toddler wanted to like pat him. The toddler got like kind of close, and Ruben growled because he was unsure. Like he was unsure, not like I guess an aggressive bark, but then I guess aggression is like out of fear. From that, he's come a long way. Like we took him to the gardens, and there were like kids about, like running about and stuff, and one even like reached out and patted him, and he was like so fine. He was like so chill. So yeah, definitely think like just, you know, being exposed to those screaming children running around, getting close to him, you know, that sort of thing. Yeah, definitely having that experience. He's a lot better. He's like pretty good now. It doesn't really faze him. I mean, there's so many different types of stimulation out there, so you know, it's a work in progress, but I'm pretty happy. Wow, you're making good work of this. Yeah, he's making good progress. He'll have good and bad days. Like a puppy, like learning is not, you know, like that. It's really like that. Sometimes he has like not good days. He'll have multiple accidents in the house and that sort of thing, or just be really shy when out walking and want to pick everything up in his mouth, and it's just a stressful walk. Because you don't want your puppy eating like cigarettes or like rubbish or, you know, anything. But in terms of back to socialization, yeah, it's going pretty well, especially like for his age, and we've seen a lot of progress right from like when we got him at 8 weeks. So we're happy with how he's tracking for that, and we're definitely seeing him like chill out a bit. Like, you know, as an 8-week-old puppy, it's like, oh, everything's new, all the city noises, you know, it's scary for a little puppy, even a big dog puppy. But yeah, he's just like more calm. But you know, of course, we've got like a while to go until he's just like, you know, that chill dog, just like cool with things. But yeah. Oh, you're tired now. Yeah. Another thing I wanted to mention is like biting and chewing, because you know puppies are like notorious for biting and chewing. When we first got him, oh, my hands were a mess because he just like chewed on everything. I mean, he didn't really know like not to bite skin and that sort of thing, but we got some advice from a trainer. She pointed out like some tips how to teach him like not to bite skin. He's gotten so much better with like the biting and the chewing. Like he doesn't he definitely knows the difference between like if he gets your skin and that, like with playing with him, like tug of war and that sort of thing. If he accidentally gets your skin, he'll stop and pause because he knows that he got you. You're gonna fall off. There we go. Yeah, so that's been so much better. My hey, don't lick me. My hands have healed, and it's only like the accidental from playing with him, that sort of thing. Yeah, so definitely happy with that. Something else I wanted to mention is because I work from home, people are like, how do you work from home? And sometimes I'm like, I don't know how, but he's really good at settling. So when I go out of the room or leave the house, he just like, he might play with his toys quietly, or he just like flops on the couch or his bed and just hey and just has a nap. Like he just sleeps. I mean, sometimes he's a little bit grumbly. I mean, he is teething at the moment, but yeah, it's like really minimal. He's very good at settling. Like he's very good at just settling. I hope you've enjoyed this video and meeting our little baby Ruben. If you have any questions, leave them below and I'll do my best to answer them. But we are just so lucky to have him, and yeah, he's the best. He's a great dog, and he's just like getting better and better. So yeah, aren't you? Do you have any last words for the people of YouTube? You want this? Are you tired? Play, pass out, sleeping. Puppy life. I will end it here, but if you have any specific video ideas you'd like to see about him, with him, or not about him at all, then let me know as well. But yeah. Thanks guys. Bye.